actually allowed it to be done by colleague to colleague to actually sort out the coverage plan. What now comes to me is like, if I have to approve something, maybe that, has to sort of change a little bit of the, let's say, the parameters or who's going to work and how we're going to do it, let's say, because somebody's sick at the same time. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I learned from nursing, if a non-clinical person calls a nurse and says, hey, can you work today? We're actually short-staffed. Unlikely that they may cover that. If that nurse manager or that colleague calls, it's usually covered almost every time.
Yeah.
As healthcare providers, we'll never leave a colleague like with their hands up. That's the one thing I learned, and I watched it at the hospital. So as I bring it now into the clinic for myself, I actually allow them to work it out to say, hey, look, we've got 40 patients that need to be seen in this caseload these 2 days. How are we going to do that? Mm-hmm. Right. And that's sort of that piece, because it's really getting people also to realize that it's not just about me dropping the anvil as from a management or a leadership perspective. It's like, look, our prime responsibility is to service patients. Mm-hmm. How are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Right. So, you had some great learnings, and I think a lot of us, so many of you are like close to a hospital. We all have colleagues that are actually associated with the hospital. Try to get the vacation policy from the hospital and work backwards to that.